Howdy, howdy. Welcome to Jerry Mack and Friends live show. I got with me today Bobby Memphis to discuss a little bit about Lisa Marie Presley. Bobby, are you there? I can see Bobby on video, but it looks like his video might be frozen, but we'll see what happens. If you can hear me, Bobby, say something to me or say something to the folks out there. If it gets to the point where he's not used to this, so if it gets to where we can't hear him, he'll call me over the phone and we'll interview him over the phone. But in the meantime, we're going to be patient here and see if his connection will start working again. Well, Bobby's on the phone with me now.
Yeah, I couldn't get you the other way, bro.
Well, that's okay, Bobby. At least we gave it a shot, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And right now, I'm going here to Facebook, Jerry Mack and Friends Country, Jerry Mack and Friends Country Music Group, and let me hit a refresh button here, and see if I can see our video on there, or at least I'll be on video.
Yeah.
And here I am, and I see the thing at the top. It says Jerry Mack presents Bobby Memphis to discuss Lisa Marie Presley. And we already got 4 people in here. Hold on a second. Let me get some things set up. You folks be patient now. I got Bobby Memphis on the phone with me. Bobby knew Lisa Marie about as well as anybody. And when she was a kid, it's a shame she's gone now. We had a little problem on video. He was going to be on video with me, but there was a problem with that. His connection wasn't all that good, but that's okay. Say hello to him, Bobby.
Hello, everybody.
And Diane LaPointe's here. She's a singer from Canada. Alice Malden Ferguson is here. Nice lady. Cynthia Couch is here, another nice lady. James Helmer, he's a good singer. He's here. Ryan Woodall is here. Diane LaPointe says hi, Jerry Mack, and Ryan says God bless Lisa Marie. Bobby, the room's filling up. More people coming in.
Good.
Bobby, I know Bobby Memphis pretty good, but I don't know Bobby Stefano that well.
We're both one and the same.
I know. It's kind of like Jerry Mack and Jerry Mack Sutton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because kind of like Harold Jenkins and Conway Tweedy, ain't he?
Yeah.
Now, a real nice lady just came in here, Melissa Pedagano, and boy, what a singer she is, and pretty too. And I read a letter that Priscilla Presley sent to her, complimenting her and everything. In other words, Priscilla really liked that girl. Bobby, you knew the, Melissa says, Lord Jesus, bless Lisa Marie and the whole family. Bobby, how many, tell me your first impression of when the first time you ever met Lisa Marie.
When I first met Lisa was at Graceland. She was a handful. She was a sweet girl when she wanted to be, and she could be a real handful when she wanted to be. She had a beautiful smile. She would kind of look her eyes up at you and smile. If she didn't like you'd know it right away. She was outspoken, and she had her girlfriends with her. She had Dana, Laura, and a girl named Kimmy, who was a good friend and daughter of a friend of mine. And we used to keep an eye on her and her friends when they were up at Graceland. Often she would head down to the gate. She wasn't just about 10 years old at the time when I met her. She would head down to the gate and she would sell autographs to the fans for $2 a piece. And Vernon would be up at the house watching through the camera what was going on. And while all the people were gathered around the gate, and he would call down to the guardhouse and he'd ask where his granddaughter was, and he would say, well, she's out at the gate signing her autographs for $2 a piece. And he'd say, well, you get her and get her up the house. We don't want her down here. Somebody might grab her, hurt her, or try to pull her over the fence. And, we don't want nothing to happen to Lisa Marie. We'd tell her. And she'd get real rambunctious and give you a dirty look. And she said, this is my house. I will do what I want. I'll tell my mom. And she would storm up the way to the house and get into it with her grandfather real good.
Another good thing.
Ride the golf cart around with her friends when she had the chance. She'd go down by the horses and feed them. She played around at the gravesite up there by the pool. We'd have to keep an eye on her. She, like I said, she was a real handful, but she was a sweet girl.
This was after it. This was after.
Street, and she made sure she let it be known.
This was after Elvis had passed.
Yes, it was.
And did you get to know Priscilla pretty good?
Yeah, on different occasions I did. When I had moved out there in late '77, after I had met Elvis, right before he passed away, just a short time before, I was with his Aunt Lorraine, and she invited me up to the house. She kind of took a liking to me and thought that I reminded her of her grandson a lot when I was young.
Oh, I knew Lorraine real well too, Bobby.
Oh yeah, I know you did. You were around back then.
Yeah, and, do you remember Eddie Bayless, Bobby?
Oh yes, I do. I remember Eddie very well.
He's passed.
Busby and
yeah.
Haney, all the group that used to be around down there between Arkansas and Memphis.
A lot of people don't realize it, but there was a lot of Elvis impersonators around before Elvis died.
There were, but not in Memphis. The only two that were around in Memphis was Jimmy Busby over at Hernandez Highway and Bill Haney over in Arkansas.
And Bill was doing Jerry Lee and Elvis.
Yeah, he was. He was a good entertainer. I don't know what's happened to Bill since then, but he's been out off the circuit for many, many years.
People are saying hello to you, Bobby. You can't see it, but they're texting in the chat room here at Facebook, and I can see it.
If they have any questions about whether it be Elvis or Lisa Marie.
And I will tell them also that you was married to the sister of Jerry Lee Lewis for 4 years, wasn't you?
Well, it was more than 4 years. We were together 6. We were married 5.
Okay.
I got her career started. We toured around the United States and played a lot of clubs and joints, and it was a lot of fun. And things changed as time go on. And she thought she could do better with someone else, and I don't think anything much better came out of it. She did finally get a manager, and she's getting bookings over in Europe now. But I gave her a career. I made her learn to play piano. She didn't own one. She had what they called an accordion, and she knew a few chords on that. And as always, she had sung backup with her brother and had a couple albums out on her where she did duets, and they had some #1 hits. And she's talented, very attractive lady. There was a lot of good that happened during our marriage. I got her career started in about 7, 8 months, I managed to get her to learn piano pretty well. And I always told her, when in doubt, you're losing your way, break the keys, just like Jerry Lee. And until today, that's what she does. I haven't seen her progress too much since then. She's put out some albums. They've got some good reviews, and I've listened to some of the material. Overall, some of it's good. Some of it, well, it could be a little better. But I'm not her manager no more. I'm not her husband, and I'm not her producer.
Did you know the Lewises before you knew the Presleys, or did you know the Presleys first?
I knew the Presleys first. I had met Elvis just about a month and a half, almost 2 months before he passed away. Lorraine went to go pick up a check. But she was still being taken care of after her husband, Travis Smith, had passed away. And she was kept on the payroll after Elvis passed away also. But I met her down at the gate. I was up looking at the house. She asked me who I was, and I said that I was an entertainer. I was interested in rhythm blues, rock and roll, rockabilly. And she asked if I'd like to take a walk with her. And I said, yeah, I'd love to. Where are you going? She said, up there. I said, you're kidding. She said, no, I'm going up the house. And I was like, shake, not going. I jumped at the chance to get up there. And in the back, when we got to the back office, Vernon was in there, and he had asked the arrange check lady, and she asked him if Elvis was up yet. It was in the afternoon, and he said, let me call over the house and check, and he did. And he told Elvis that she was coming over the house to say hello with a friend. And we walked into the back entrance, and I was amazed at the back. All the cars, Elvis, his mother and dad's pink Cadillac was there, the Stutz, the motorcycle, they were under metal awnings, open to the elements. So whether it rained, snowed, was hot, whatever, they were there. But it was just amazing to see them. And we went in the house, and Elvis came out from the dining room, and he had his glasses on and a bathrobe with his initials on it, and a black, looked like silk pajamas. And he walked up to us, and Lorraine introduced me, and he just kind of tilted his glass down real quick, took a look at me, and put his hands out, and very nicely said, hello, I'm Elvis. So I said, I'm Bob Stefano. I'm from New Jersey. And he says, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Bobby. And I said, well, we better get going. We don't want to take your time. I'm sure you're busy. And Lorraine said goodbye, gave a hug, and we left and went back down to the gate, and we talked. And I was like on cloud nine. It was great. It really was. He was humble. He was very generous in the way he presented himself, and very human. I say that because people get a perception of a person who is a star, especially of his caliber, and he was the biggest. But he was like you and I, Jerry. He put his pants on one leg at a time. He was humble. He was very nice, and I always remember that of him. And
Bobby, I remember the same thing. I first met him in 1957. You know, he was already famous, but he couldn't go to the movies like a normal person. And I worked at the Memphian Theater, and I stayed out there and took up tickets and sold popcorn. And he would rent it at nights and bring his entourage with him. But he treated me just as good as he would with the king. You got me? He was like 22 years old at the time. I was 16, and he was the kind of guy I would have liked whether he was Elvis or not. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And,
I had a lot of friends, my friend Shirley Wilkerson and many others, but Shirley, who became my Memphis mom, she gave me the keys to her house when I had moved out there a few months later, and she says, come and go as you please. school with them at Humes. She knew Jeremy Lee. She knew Roy Orbison, Charlie Feathers, Charlie Rich, Charlie Pride. She knew a lot of Charlies, but she knew all the guys, and she hung out with them. And she was able to tell me so many stories, and
I bet.
Very dear to my heart till today. I just spoke to her yesterday. I let her know what happened with Lisa, and she was totally in tears and extremely saddened by it because she also was around when Lisa was born. She used to go up to the house, and she was part of the entourage, the group that went over to the Memphis theater, and she was probably one of the people you greeted to let in when Elvis and his entourage got there.
Yeah, what would happen?
What? Wait for Elvis to go in, and wherever he sat, everyone had to sit behind him.
Well, what he would usually do is, people got to realize, is in those days it was the days of segregation, and there's not an alley between the buildings now but there used to be an alley, and there was a back entrance to where the blacks would usually go, and they would sit upstairs in the balcony. That's where Elvis liked to sit too, and he would usually come in and he'd go up to the balcony. Sometimes I wouldn't even see him, and sometimes I would. Sometimes he'd come in the front door, and then sometimes he'd come down to the lobby anyway. But a lot of times he would send somebody down if he wanted something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
And
Babies, the rest of the guys,
yeah, and just people don't realize what a genuine human being he really was. And now getting back to Lisa, all kids have their good points and their bad points. In other words, they're going to be brats at times. You know that, and I'm sure she was at times, and I'm sure she was super nice at times. Now, did you ever have to go shopping with her or anything?
You know what I did do, and I was asked to do by Sandy Miller, Vernon's fiance, girlfriend at the time, and his nurse. She needed me to come up to the house and pick up the girls and take them over to a roller skating rink called Lollipops on State Line Road between Mississippi and Memphis.
Yeah, down around South Haven there. Yeah.
Well, it was exactly South Haven.
Yeah.
State Line Road bordered Memphis and South Haven, which is Mississippi.
Yeah.
And they had a big shopping center there, and they had a roller skating ring there. And the one day I was asked to go up, pick the kids up, and take them over there and drop them off, make sure they got in okay. And when I got to the gate, Fred was there working the gate, one of the security guards at the gate, along with Harold Lloyd and Esther Presley, who watched it during the day and at night. Harold usually worked the evenings. And he says, Bobby, what are you doing here? I says, I come here to pick up the girls, Lisa and the kids, and Dana, Laura, and Kimmy. And he says, are you sure? I says, yeah, call the house. And he called up the house and the guardhouse, and he come back out, and he says, okay, go on up. And I went up around the circle to the front door, and they all came out, got in the car, and I took them over to Lollipops, dropped them off, and they went inside and made sure that they were good. Once they were all in and nobody was bothering them, they went there and went roller skating and had themselves a ball. And the one thing, this girl, Kim, I just spoke with her mama about a week ago. She resembled Lisa a lot. And they were about the same height and coloring and color, hair color and everything. And so it was good to have them all in a group, because Kim, God forbid, anyone tried to grab one of the girls, they might have mistaken them for Kim from Lisa, but we never let anybody know where they were going. And we made always sure that they were not followed, or we weren't followed if we dropped them anywhere. And so Sandy used to take them out shopping, and again, they just go out like a normal family of kids and have fun, go to the movies, do all kinds of things, go to church, and just cut up having a ball. Because Lisa Marie loved being in Memphis. She loved the house. She was there always around Christmas, and she was definitely up there for the summer vacations. She would spend some time with her granddad, but Patsy Presley.
That was did you know? You know, Patsy was one of my first dates I ever had in high school.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, we went on a hayride together. We was both going to Central High School. See, now she was actually double first cousins of Elvis, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was on both the Smith side and on the Presley side. Her mama was Cletus and Smith, which was Gladys' sister, Vester Presley's wife, and of course Vester Presley was Vernon's brother. And when the two brothers married two sisters, they became double first cousins.
Yeah, and see, at the time that I dated her, you know, which I only had one date with her, that was we went on a hayride, and she was really nice, and I really liked her. You know how boys and girls are. I was 16, and she was about the same age, and but the point is, her being a Presley had nothing to do with it. You understand what I'm saying? It was just two people.
Yeah, no, I was good friends with Patsy. I spent time playing football with her son and a few other guys that we had up there. We loved to play touch football. In fact, I got myself a personal souvenir about 1978 or early '79. We were playing football out there on the lawn in Graceland, and I was a little muddy out. I picked up a fumble. I went for a touchdown, made that, but I couldn't stop. I was heading for the wall. I had a choice to either take the ground and hit it hard, or hit the wall and do more damage. Well, I took the mud, and I snapped my left collarbone right in half. And a friend of mine, Mike, who now lives with the girl, Pearl, he's married to her, they live up in Branson, Missouri. Mike used to work at Graceland for Elvis from '75 to about 1979 when he left. And we were good friends. I had him drive me over to Baptist Hospital. Vernon was up on the 7th floor at the time, and I'm down in emergency, and the doctor's asking me, "You're full of mud. What happened?" I thought I was playing football. Where was that? I said, "Graceland." He said, "You know, Mr. Vernon is upstairs." I said, "Yeah, I know. He's on the 7th floor. I've been up there to visit him just a few days earlier." And he said, "You really broke your collar at Graceland." I said, "Yeah, I did." He wrapped me up in a figure-8 bandage that goes around your arm. It's hot. It goes up. It's a belt. Goes around your shoulders to your back, and they pin it. And you got to wait out about 6 to 8 weeks for it to heal. And it was painful.
Well, you know, when you remember during the 25th anniversary and the 26th anniversary, I was there doing shows, you know, right next to the wall there.
Yeah.
And was you there during both 25th and 26th, or was it just one of them?
No, I was there on and off for 28 years. I was always friends with everyone at Graceland. I maintained a good friendship with them. I started singing in Memphis over at Hernando's Hideaway, Fat Bob's Vapors, for Doc Franklin, Kenny Rogers at Hernando's, the Americana Club up on Winchester. I worked Beale Street, and then when I got married to Linda Gale, Jerry Lee's sister, we were doing shows all over Memphis and all the clubs. Once she learned how to play piano, it stopped the band members from running over the top of her and doing what they want, because she would lock in at speed and tempo, and they'd have to follow her. And that gave her and us control over the band. I did shows doing Elvis, week of April, around the 10th, in 1989. And that was Linda's first introduction as a solo artist into Sweden. We did the Mallet Forum Coliseum and a couple clubs around Sweden. It was a great time. We all had a great time. We took our band from Hernando's with us and Mary Jean, her daughter. And everybody loved it. She got a very warm reception. I did a rockabilly show, and I found out real quick that everybody was rockabilly Teddy Boys out there, and they loved it. And I've got recordings of those shows that no one's ever heard before, and I may decide to release them at some time. And even the one on Lindale, the shows, we did 2 shows each, and I had the time of my life. It was the one time I got over Europe, and December 6th of 91, Linda decided to divorce me and marry her manager, who she thought was going to get $500,000 from Fred Smith at Federal Express for her to bankroll her career. But a few months later on, they found out that he had made that promise without Fred Smith's approval, and he was let go, fired.
Bobby, do you remember? Do you remember Tommy Devine, Bobby?
Yes, I do.
He's here with us.
Really?
Yeah, Tommy's got a studio in Nashville now, and he's doing real good.
Did you see Robbie Turner at all?
Do you ever see Robbie Turner, Tommy? The last I heard, Robbie was playing the steel back. Well, he played for a lot.
Steel guitar, bass, guitar, and piano.
Yeah, he played it.
Brilliant musician.
When I first met him, he was playing with Ace Cannon.
Yeah, he was.
That's how far back that was. But he was with Waylon for years, wasn't he?
He was for a few years, and he was with the Highwaymen.
Yeah, he sure was.
He played for them. And he's a brilliant musician. I wish him well. I knew his mom, as you did, Bernice Turner. She and her husband, Robbie's dad, worked for Hank Williams Sr.
Oh, yes. And also, they worked down there at that studio where they did all the blues there in Memphis.
Well, they did it at Sun. They did it at the Americana.
Yeah, but that studio, what's the name of the studio I'm trying to... Yeah, Stack Studio. Yeah, she worked down there for a long time, too.
Yeah.
But now, Wolf Milestone said he will be a little late, is what Marty Wimple's here. She's my friend from Michigan. She's kind of like my right arm here.
Well, I've got a friend up in Michigan, a guy by the name of Bruce Reed. He's a bass player and a guitar player, a songwriter, and a musician. He lives up around Fort Huron now.
And Michigan's a big state, you know.
Yeah, I know. I've driven across it. I've driven across all of it.
Are you still doing any shows nowadays, Bobby?
Locally here in upstate New York, here in New Jersey and upstate, I just, in fact, made up a press package today for a club down here in New Jersey called Al-Dila, and I expect to be in there in either February or March.
I know you was doing something in Atlantic City for a while, weren't you?
I was. I did some things down there, but since I've been working on my movie entitled The King and the Queen's Men, which is about Elvis meeting the Beatles, it's going to be produced by Henry Enrico Rossini. He's up in Connecticut. He's got the backing for it, and now we're putting together a road show that will go into probably Broadway. We're going to get it released over in England sometime later on this year when we get it all drafted out. And we've got the music already picked out for it. We're just going through some of the actual book or the script for the movie, and we're going to take out what we need to put a road show together, kind of like what they did with the $1 Million Quartet or Beatlemania or Legend shows. And I want to put that into the casinos and clubs and theaters all around the United States. I think it'll be well received. It's not something that's been done actually happened August 27th in 1965 when Elvis did meet the Beatles. He invited them to his home in L.A., right outside Bel Air, and they jammed for about a good hour and a half. And I got interviews with everybody from Larry Geller to George Klein, DJ Fontana, Susan Lee, who was his co-star at the time in Paradise of Wine Style, and Joe Esposito. I've got hours and hours and hours of interviews with them, including Dr. McComplis, that no one's ever seen. And that it was to prove that a lot of people who were looking into the show and the possibility of the movie would actually have proof from not only the Beatles from their anthology collection, the talking about meeting with Elvis and jamming with him, but Elvis's people who were there that night, along with Priscilla. And I met with Priscilla about 8 years ago or so over here in New Jersey. She was doing a thing with her book and selling her book and also taking pictures with fans. And she invited me in, and we had a private meeting. And a friend of mine, Tiffany St. Rene, was with us. She's an actress and writer-songwriter out in L.A. And we had a great time talking about it. I gave her a package about the project. And I think a little something sneaked out from that because Tom Hanks at the time, going back 10 years ago, was somebody that we wanted to play the Colonel. And next thing, Baz Luhrmann in 2018 comes up magically with Tom Hanks as the Colonel. So I think a little something sneaked out through somebody in the company. Well, Priscilla may have said something as an idea, but I think that Tom did a great job portraying the Colonel. I think the accent was a little bit too heavy on the German Dutch side, but I congratulate Austin for his Golden Globe Awards. He did a great job portraying Elvis. I think the story just had a little bit too many holes in it. There were people that were involved with Elvis, the Memphis Mafia, and yes, Priscilla was extremely important to Elvis, and he loved her, she loved him. He loved Lisa Marie to death. And what happened yesterday totally breaks my heart because I watched that little girl grow up from, when I was around her, like 9.5 years old, almost 10, to when she became a young woman, got married, divorced, married, divorced, married, divorced. We all go through that, but I think her losing Benjamin the way it happened, and she loved Benjamin to death, that it broke her heart, and I think it may have contributed greatly to her passing away.
Well, she made a statement right afterwards that she would never get over it.
No, and a mother and a father both should not have to bury their children.
We got a guy in here now, a friend of mine, Al Kessinger. He's blind. He lives in Indianapolis, Indiana, a great songwriter, but he's in here with us. He's lost 2 children, a daughter and a son.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but he's strong. He keeps going. Writes one heck of a song. Now, I want to ask the people out there if they have any questions that they would like to ask Bobby about. You just type it in the room about Lisa Marie or any of the Presleys. I remember Bobby took me over to Vernon's house, which was right behind Graceland, and we went and took a tour of that, didn't we, Bobby?
Yeah, I was over on Dolan Street, right next to the Gary Kipper house, where I was living at the time. And that week I had been asked to take people through the house and show them where Vernon had his room, and Elvis would come in and stay. They had a beautiful style bathroom there downstairs and a hot tub right there that I'm surprised nobody ever fell in it.
Well, I remember getting down in it.
Out in the backyard, the bathhouse back there.
Hey, I remember getting in that hot tub. It didn't have no water in it, but remember I said, I'm just going to tell everybody I was in his hot tub. So I went and stood down in it and went and sat on the commode too, remember?
Well, I wasn't there with you. I wouldn't know about that.
You wasn't with me then, was you?
No. I didn't want to see what was going on.
You had a Melissa Petagano, the one that Priscilla wrote such nice things about, says, what is one of your favorite memories of Elvis and Lisa together?
Well, I never got to see them together in person. Lisa Marie would be sleeping during the day, and it was summer when I was there visiting, and but I did meet Elvis. My favorite pictures is like when there was a family portrait taken of Elvis with Lisa Marie there and Priscilla. Priscilla was on her sort of kneeling down or sitting down next to Elvis and laying across his knee, and he had Lisa Marie there. It was a beautiful, beautiful portrait, and it's been seen on Facebook since yesterday quite often. With some of them, I think, were actually paintings of the original portraits, but it was seeing him doing things with her, playing with her in the house, joking with her, his spending Christmas with her. It was his life. She really was, and he loved her so much. And I know there's a lot of things that are said about Elvis possibly being alive. There were things that happened at Graceland that I will not go into or talk about right now. I saw many strange things happen.
Ain't that the truth?
I promised a friend of mine who was family to him, cousin, that I would not talk about it. But if he is, I wish that he would come out and let the world know it, because it very well had a very bad response upon Lisa's health. If he is still alive, but I know she loved the fans as he did, and it was hard on her to be there on Sunday. She was very polite and very nice to the audience. They cut the cake. It was cold there. It was very cold that day out there. And then 2 days later on at the Golden Globes, she didn't look well. I don't think she looked particularly well at Graceland, even though she did try to smile. When I was little, I saw her, when she was little, I saw her smile a lot. And she was happy, even after her dad had passed away. And she was always having fun with her girlfriends, and she loved them very much. And then when she had kids, they were her family. They were hers. They belonged to her. And she felt nobody could take them away from her. What happened with Benjamin was a terrible, terrible tragedy. And I wish that he could have seen what would have happened today because of what happened with him then and what he did. No child would wish that on any parent or any sibling. And I know he's got to be very, very sorry for it. And Lisa's at peace, and I thank God for that. But I just wish that she could have had a few more years with her children. And
she's got 2 daughters.
Just been very close with them, and they would have not just the sweet memories that they already do have with her, and being raised by her and Priscilla, but that they could still have their mother with them. Yeah, I wish that could happen. I would have given my own life if that could happen, and it can be reversed. But it's now in God's hands, and I pray she's at peace, and she's with her dad and her son.
Marty Wimple says, was just going to ask you if Lisa Marie was happy in spite of losing her dad.
Well, I think I answered that one. Yes, she had her friends. She was young enough to bounce back from it quite well at the time, from what I saw. She didn't have a lot of sad times when I saw her around Graceland, because we were always keeping her busy with something to do, whether, again, like it was going to the theater, going to church on Sundays, going to the movies, playing with her friends. She loved Graceland. She loved going down and meeting the fans and signing autographs. And like I said, she used to sign and make some money for herself doing that.
She was just a kid. She was selling them autographs for $2 a piece, right?
$2 a piece. And God thinks, God imagine what they're worth now. But yeah, she was quite a genius little girl. She had an imagination and loved to play and
here's
around the house and go by the horses and feed them. And
here's a question that somebody put in here. I know the answer to it, but I want you to answer it. Bobby, does Elvis's wife live in their home there at Graceland?
No, Priscilla doesn't live there. She usually stays over at the guest house. If she goes up to Graceland, it's usually for meetings with certain people, whether it pertained to Boz Lerman and his movie with Austin and things. But a lot of business is now done over at the guest house. I used to stay for days, if not weeks at a time, with a girl named Debbie Woodard over at the Heartbreak Hotel. That was across the street until they removed that, and she passed away.
And now they got that real fancy one right across the street from Graceland.
That's the guest house. Right next door to actually the church, the old church.
How much are they charging, Bobby?
We're on off days, I think, are around somewhere in the neighborhood, maybe of $230 to $250. I don't know what it would have been last week, the Elvis week of his birth. I know some people that were there during summer. It was very hot. They did have a lot of festivities there. Graceland has changed so much that I haven't seen what it's become in the last 10 years. I've seen pictures of the inside of the guest house, and they've got things that, Elvis wore and souvenirs and things, and a lot of things for the fans to see. It's made up almost like a museum somewhat, from what I understand. There's a lot of mirrors, sort of, I guess, like the way it was inside Graceland upstairs and all, or going down to the pool room. I remember the house, and thank God that hasn't changed much. I know that there was a secret room in the house that when Elvis wanted to get away from people that might have been there or strangers that were in the house that were guests of the guys from the Memphis Mafia, he would go into a room in a panel, and it would open, and it would take him to a room that had been finished. It was there, I think, since Civil War, and that house, I believe, was used as part of the train route that they had the slaves heading up north, and the Underground Railroad. And Elvis had bought the house like that. He loved Graceland, and it was his one place to go and be happy. And that room had been finished off, and Elvis would go down there and watch on cameras, and he could see people at the gates. He could see Charlie Hodge across the street at the old Hickory Lodge, which was a restaurant where they sold barbecue sandwiches with pork and hamburgers and fries and hot dogs and
I can see Chop
machines in there. Elvis could see with the camera zoomed right in and see what Charlie was playing on the pinball machine and what he was doing. And they'd call over there and tell Bonnie and Hobart to tell Charlie to get his butt back up the house, bring him a slow burger or a burger and fries and Dr. Pepper. And, you know, Charlie felt spooked by that every time he was sitting there all night long playing that machine, or all day long out in the afternoons, that Elvis could be spying on him, and it made him feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah, he liked to play them pinball machines, so I know that.
Oh, no, he loved it. It was his vice.
And in case you people don't know who we're talking about, if you ever seen Elvis on stage and the guy that's handing him his scarves and everything, that's usually Charlie.
Yeah, it was usually little Charlie. Yeah, I was good friends with Charlie. He had a home down in Decatur, Alabama, and he was part of the American Legion down there, and he booked my ex-wife Linda Gale and I down there, and of course right from there was a place called Brass Rail where David Allan Coe was performing, and we gave him some competition. People came over to the show and they really enjoyed it. We met up with David later on after the show, and we all sat and talked. Linda, about a year or two earlier, had been on tour with Jerry Lee to England and European tour with Hank Tucker, Emmylou Harris, the Bellamy Brothers, and you know, they had a lot to talk about her and David Allan Coe.
Hey, Bobby.
Good friends.
Bobby, up on closing here. Well, you've been talking and telling these people things for about 45 minutes. Time just flies, but what I want you to do is to sum up some type of eulogy that you want to give to your friend when she was a kid, Lisa Marie Presley, and then after you do that, then I'm gonna play some music for these folks out there, and we're gonna continue with the show. I want to thank Bobby. My friend Bobby Memphis, for being here, who was really a big part of this music that was going on. I mean, not only with Elvis, but also with Jerry Lee Lewis, and also I remember when he came to Nashville, and I was there, and we was close in Nashville, and Bobby, he's just a music man, and he had this great album that he produced for. I will say that he produced it for Linda Gale, and then Linda Gale and him got divorced, and then he used the same tracks, and he produced this other girl with a fantastic album. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Marta Bennett.
Yeah, her name.
Down here in South Jersey. But don't you get to play some of my brother-in-law Jerry Lee's music? There's a big thing going on with him right now. They are wanting to sell the house over in a lot of families against it. I know that Cecil Harrelson actually owned the ranch, kept it in his name so that Carrie McCarver couldn't get her hands onto it. But when he passed away, I think he wanted to will it over to his son, Jerry Lee III, and that's all I'm going to make on that subject. But Mary Jean Harrelson, or Ferguson, where she's now married, living over in Europe, and she's a fantastic photographer. And her brother, Cecil Harrelson Jr., that house was willed over to them. So it's going to be real interesting to find out what happens with that. And they're looking to auction off the furniture from the house. And again, Mary and her brother, I imagine, and their attorneys are saying, you ain't got the right to do that. So it'll be real interesting to see what happens in the future with that. My ex-wife, wherever she's at and what she's doing, along with her daughter Annie and Oliver, I love them very much and miss them very much. They were great, great kids when I raised them up from the age of 5.5 till Oliver got to be 10.5. And I wish them all, along with their mom, a happy life, and I hope that the days ahead will all be good ones. I know she's grieving her brother very dearly, as we all are.
We would have had Bobby on video, but we had technical problems. We weren't able to do that, so that's why we're doing this by phone. Bobby, give us some last words.
Okay, well, to say to the family and the children, her 3 daughters, it's very hard to get over the loss of a loved one, and probably none more than your mother, because she actually goes through the pain of giving birth to you. Make her proud of you. Grow up to be good children. Riley, I wish you well on your career, and her sisters, whatever they endeavor to do in their future. Love your mother. Continue to love her and pray for her, and your brother and your grandfather. And God bless you, and let him always keep you in his thoughts.
God bless you, Bobby. Rest in peace, Lisa Marie Presley. Folks, here we go with the rest of the show. Thank you, Bobby Memphis.
Jerry, take care. We'll talk soon.
Okay, Bobby.
I will always remember the first time that we met, and the first time that I kissed your lips is the thing I won't forget. The special way you held me is the way you hold me still, and I knew right then that you loved me, and I know you always will. Ain't that love? Ain't that how it's supposed to be? When two hearts come together as one, just like you and me. Ain't that love shining in your eyes? Heaven sent from above. Ain't that love? My grandma and my grandpa, my mama and my dad didn't have a lot of things, but love is what they had. Their love kept them together through the many years. Though life is hard, they shared it all through laughter and the tears. Ain't that love? Ain't that how it's supposed to be? When two hearts come together as one, just like you and me. Ain't that love shining in your eyes? Heaven sent from above. Ain't that love? Baby, you're the sunshine that brightens up my day, and I will always stand by you, darling, come what may. And I will always love you, to have and to hold, and I'll keep my every promise to you with this band of gold. Ain't that love? Ain't that love? Ain't that how it's supposed to be? When two hearts come together as one, just like you and me. Ain't that love shining in your eyes? Heaven sent from above. Ain't that love? Heaven sent from above. Ain't that love?
That was my friend Pat Roden from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I want to thank Bobby Memphis for coming in here with me and talking about his experience there at Graceland. He wanted to know if I'd play a Jerry Lee Lewis song. How about if I play one of me singing a Jerry Lee Lewis song?
Come on, old baby, whole lot of shaking going on. Yes, I said, come on, baby, baby, you can't go wrong. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. Well, I said, come over, baby, we got chicken in the barn. Come over, baby, baby, we got the bull by the horn. shake, baby, shake. I said, shake it, baby, shake it. I said, shake, baby, shake. Come on over, whole lot of shaking going on. Let's go. Well, I said, come over, baby. We got chicken in the barn. Who's on, what on, mama? Come over, baby. We got the full mama home. We ain't fake. Whole lot of shaking going on. Easy, baby. Shake. Shake it, baby. Yeah, you can shake it. One time for Jerry Mack. Well, I said, come over, baby. Whole lot of shaking going on. Now let's get real. Shake, baby, shake. All you gotta do, honey, is kind of stand in one spot, wiggle around just a little bit. That you gotta do, yeah. Oh, babe, whole lot of shaking going on. Now let's go one time. Shake it, baby, shake. Shake it, baby, shake. Shake, baby, come on. Baby, shake it, baby, shake. Come on all over. Whole lot of shaking going on.
I'm moving forward, leaving ashes behind. Not all folks that love me are in my bloodline. I was born into a family, didn't have my best in mind. Age 2 grandpa took me, we never looked behind. I'm daddy's little secret in his bloodline. My siblings won't accept me, that's just fine. Because I'm moving forward, leaving ashes behind. I'm daddy's little secret in his bloodline. My grandpa raised me up, I turned out just fine. I looked like my daddy, just 20 years behind. But I'm a dirty little secret in my parental bloodline. Some have accepted me, others won't give me the time. I'm daddy's little secret in his bloodline. My siblings won't accept me, that's just fine. Because I'm moving forward, leaving ashes behind. I'm daddy's little secret in his bloodline. Grandpa raised me up to speak my mind, taught me the right values to get me through this life. I guess I had a dad and grandpa the entire time. He never let me down like my prenatal bloodline. I'm daddy's little secret in his bloodline. My siblings won't accept me, that's just fine. Because I'm moving forward, leaving ashes behind. I'm daddy's little secret in his bloodline. I didn't get to know Dad. He run out of time. Now I'm moving forward, getting on with my life. I'm Daddy's dirty little secret in his bloodline. My siblings won't accept me, that's just fine. My siblings won't accept me, that's just fine.
Hello, Harvey Speakman. Good to see you here. That song was written by Tammy A. Mastera, that's here with us at Jerry Mack and Friends Country Music Group. And here is another song she wrote.
She sat down beside me on that old wooden bench. We must have talked for hours about ongoing events. She said, I just don't know about our country today. We always respected the red, white, and blue, and we took care of our men who wore uniforms too. God's name was mentioned in every school around the world. We didn't have to worry about our boys and our girls. They fight over race when they don't have to. We all are part of the red, white, and blue. Now they're burning our flags, care nothing about men in blue. They shoot in the streets, care nothing about me and you. Folks taking offense about what we say and do. We should realize it's not about you. We always respected the red, white, and blue, and we took care of our men who wore uniforms too. God's name was mentioned in every school around the world. We didn't have to worry about our boys and our girls. They fight over race when they don't have to. We all are part of the red, white, and blue. It's the lack of respect for history and skin color too. The world needs more love for the red, white, and blue. We need more faith between me and you.
Hello, Sandy Vallis. Glad you made it. The last two songs you heard were both written by Tammy A. Mastera, that's here with us. Here's two songs in a row by someone else that's here with us, Martin Purcell.
when you walk through a storm, keep your chin up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk
Every time our eyes meet, this feeling inside of me, it's almost more than I can take. Baby, when you touch me, I can feel how much you love me, and it blows me away. And I've been this close to anyone or anything. I can hear your thoughts, I can see your dreams. I don't know how you do what you do, I'm so in love with you. It just keeps getting better. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you by my side, forever and ever. And every little thing that you do, babe, I'm amazed by you. The smell of your skin, the taste of your lips, the way you whisper in the dark, your hair all around me, baby, you surround me. You touch every place in my heart. Oh, and it feels like the first time, every time. I wanna spend the whole night in your eyes. I don't know how you do what you do, I'm so in love with you. It just keeps getting better. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you by my side, forever and ever. And every little thing that you do, babe, I'm amazed by you.
Here is Marty Wimple's daughter and a friend of hers.
I've been roaming around, always looking down at her hand.
Painted faces, you're the places I carry. You know that I gave you somebody. Yeah. You know that I gave you somebody. Yeah. Oh, someone like you. Someone like you, and all you know, and how you speak. Countless lovers under cover of the street. You know that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody. Someone like you. Someone like you. You somebody. Oh, off in the night while you leave it out, I'm up to sleep, waging wars to shape the poet and the beat. I hope it's gonna make you notice. Yeah. I hope it's gonna make you notice. Yeah. Someone like me. Someone like me. Someone like me. Someone like me. Somebody. Oh, 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 I've been rolling around, always looking down at all I see. We all could use somebody. Much love, Mindy.
Tammy A. Mastera was asking where Dale Patco was, and boom, he showed up. Hello, Dale. Here's Rob D-Lap with 2 in a row. He's here with us.
Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider the worlds I have made, I see the stars, I hear rolling thunder, Thy art throughout the universe displayed. When Christ shall come with shouts of acclamation and take me home, what joy shall fill my heart. Then I shall bow in humble adoration, and then proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee, how great thou art. How great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee, how great thou art. How great thou art. O Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the world I have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thou art throughout the universe display. And sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee, how great thou art. How great thou art. And sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee, how great thou art. How great thou art.
Well, have you ever changed your mind in your sleep? Bring it all home to me. No, when you're
That was Gary Nelson and his band, the Rockin' Roads Band. That was his wife, Peggy, on the keyboards. Benny Pitsinger's here with us. And here is a song he wrote. Him and Tammy Mestera both wrote it, and they're both here with us. And Donna Ray is singing it.
You used to tell me that you loved me, but that was only words. 'Cause a man that loves a woman will make time to spend with her. He would hold her tightly in the night to keep her safe and warm, and kiss her in the morning light before he rushes out the door. You're a shadow in the morning and a ghost to me at night. My arms are closed and empty, they have been for some time. You could have changed my feelings with an honest I love you and a goodbye kiss each morning, just like we used to do. So you'll no longer hear I love you, but think about my heartfelt words. I tried so long to tell you, but I've just not been heard. If you had only listened to what I had to say, my arms would still be open and holding you today. You're a shadow in the morning and a ghost to me at night. My arms are closed and empty, they have been for some time. So when you wake up in the morning in your cold and empty bed and find this tear-stained letter where I once laid my head, you know the love I felt for you is completely dead. But don't feel sorry for your actions, life is too short for regrets. You're a shadow in the morning, a ghost to me at night. My arms are closed and empty, they have been for some time. I'm simply starting over, and I'll no longer be your wife. For my arms are closed and empty, and they have been for some time. My arms are closed and empty, and they have been for some time.
Dale Patco is here with us, and here he is with a friend of his, Glenn Green.
got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times a woman sure can be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent, and I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Well, I tried to make it, I don't mind singing, I just can't make it. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent, and I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on mine. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Well, I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying I just can't make it.
That was Glenn Green and Dale Padco. Dale is here with us right now. Rodney Mead's here too, and here he is. Hello, Vivian Carter, my friend Bill from Australia.
Another place, another time, I would have asked you to be mine. So for now, your smile will do, 'cause in my heart, I love you. I can't hide all my feelings, I have my heart today. So for now, your smile will do, 'cause in my heart, I love you. Another place, another time, I would have asked you to be mine. So for now, your smile will do, 'cause in my heart, I love you. I can't hide all my feelings, I have my heart today. So for now, your smile will do, 'cause in my heart, I love you. I can't hide my feelings, I have my heart today. So for now, your smile will do, 'cause in my heart, I love you. 'Cause in my heart, I love you.
That was my friend Rodney Mead.
I can't recall one time in my life I felt as lonely as I do tonight. I feel like I can lay down and get up no more. It's the damnedest feeling, I've never felt it before. And tonight I feel like an old violin, soon to be put away and never played again. Don't ask me why I feel like this, 'cause hell I can't say. I only wish this feeling would just go away. I guess it's 'cause the truth is the hardest thing I've ever faced. 'Cause you can't change the truth in the slightest way. Believe me, I've tried. So I asked myself, I said, Brent, son, where do you go from here? Then like a damn fool, I turned around and I looked in the mirror. And there I was seeing an old violin, soon to be put away and never played again. So one more time, just to be sure. I said, John, son, where in the hell do you go from here? And you know, there wasn't a nickel's worth of difference when I looked into the mirror. 'Cause there I was seeing an old violin, soon to be put away and never played again. And just like that, it hit me. Well, me and that old violin, we were just alive. We'd give her all the music, and soon we'd give her our lives. How they linger,
when I get to glory, I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. I'm gonna let those hallelujahs ring. I'm gonna praise my blessed Savior's name. When I get to glory, I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. In this world of sorrow I've seen trouble and woe. When I get to glory there'll be no more. For I know my prayers have not been in vain. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. I'm gonna let those hallelujahs ring. I'm gonna praise my blessed Savior's name. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. Sometimes I feel so weary inside. Then I recall how my Jesus died. Up there I know there'll be no pain. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. I'm gonna let those hallelujahs ring. I'm gonna praise my blessed Savior's name. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. Up there no tears will blind my eyes, and I'll walk alone by my Jesus' side. I'll meet my loved one all once again. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. I'm gonna let those hallelujahs ring. I'm gonna praise my blessed Savior's name. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. I'm gonna let the hallelujahs ring. I'm gonna praise my blessed Savior's name. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. When I get to glory I'm gonna sing, sing, sing.
That was Thelda Mitten. Here is Marlene.
My country boy don't know them any better.
Yes, that was Marlene Larson. She's here with us at Jerry Mack and Friends Country Music Group. Clifford's here with us too. Clifford Lee McCammon, and here he is. That was Clifford Lee McCammon. He's here with us at Jerry Mack and Friends Country Music Group. And Sandy Vallis is here with us at Jerry Mack and Friends Country Music Group too. And here she is.
I saw you tonight in her arms so tight. I watched as she held you tenderly. You say when she held you, it did nothing. What it did to me.
kissed you, you didn't feel a thing. Well, I felt enough for all three. You want me to believe it did nothing to you, that oh, what it did to me. And I felt the warm tears flow slowly down my face as I watched another slowly take my place. And now that it's all over, you want me to forget and pretend that things are like they used to be, that it was just a kiss that did nothing to you, but oh, what it did to me. You want me to believe it did nothing to you, but oh, what it did to me, to me.
That was another one of my Canadian friends, Sandy Vallis. Here's Harvey Speakman. He's here with us at Jerry Mack and Friends Country Music Group.
Our love is unconditional. We knew it from the start. I see it in your eyes. You can feel it from my heart. From here on after, let's stay the way we are right now and share all the love and laughter that a lifetime will allow. I cross my heart and promise to give all I got to give to make all your dreams come true. In all the world, you'll never find a love as true as mine. You'll always be the miracle that makes my life complete. And as long as there's a breath in me, I'll make yours just as sweet. As we look into the future, it's as far as we can see. So let's make each tomorrow be the best that it can be. I cross my heart and promise to give all I've got to give to make all your dreams come true. In all the world, you'll never find
as mine. And upon the way we find a day it starts to storm, you've got the promise of my love to keep you warm. In all the world, you never find a love as true as mine. A love as true as mine.
That was Harvey Speakman. If you notice, as I'm sitting here talking to you, there's a thing scrolling at the top of the screen. It says Jerry Mack presents Bobby Memphis to discuss Lisa Marie Presley. Well, that's already happened. As I announced in my post that I sent out everywhere, we began that at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's 8:51 p.m. Eastern Time now. Bobby was here with us for almost an hour, and then we started with our regular show. Rest in peace, Lisa Marie. Now, if anybody missed it and wants to see it, and this goes for any of our shows, if you remember today's date, it's 1/13/23. That's January 13th, 1/13/23. If you go to YouTube and search for Jerry Mack Live, now there's no K on the Mac, Jerrymac, Jerry Mack, Live, Jerry Mack Live, put a space between each word, and you'll see a whole bunch of Jerry Mack Live shows come up. Now, if you know the date of the show you're looking for, like the one we're doing now, just look for Friday evening, Jerry Mack Live, Friday evening, 1/13/23, and you'll find it. James Helmer's here with us, and here he is.
Everyday stuff, it's always enough, just everyday stuff. Everyday dreams, just what it means, it's always enough. Every day that we're together, doesn't matter about the weather, doing things that only we would do. Everyday stuff, nothing too rough, walk down the beach, kicking up sand, holding your hand, it's all within reach. Life is glistening all around us, love it seems has finally found us, doing things that only we would do the whole day through. And when it's starting to get late, every day I just can't wait to be sharing with a heart that's true. Every night with you. Everyday stuff, the sun's coming up, who's pouring the tea? Toasted means butter and the extent of my putter, and my afternoon's free. Stepping seaside after dinner, every sunset is a winner. Take it all to get late. Every day I just can't wait to be sharing with a heart that's true. Every night with you. Everyday stuff, it's always enough. Just everyday stuff. Everyday dreams, just with it being, it's always enough. Every day that we're together, doesn't matter about the weather, doing things that only we would do. Every day with you. Okay.
I got some good news. Y'all listen to this now, because it's good news for me. If you notice, I'm not wearing glasses. Now, I got them here in case I had to read something up real close on a piece of paper or something. But my eyes are so good now that I can actually read what's typed in the room without even using my glasses. I couldn't do that before my cataract surgery now. I went to an appointment today, my 1 month after my second cataract, my 1 month appointment. My eyes are so good, they tested my eyes, and guess what? Here I am, an 82-year-old man now. And my vision is 20/20. Can you believe that? Oh, Lord, the colors are so bright. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so happy. Here is my good friend and sweet lady, Priscilla Presley, sent her a message one time, and I know I read it. It was good, too. She was praising this girl. And she really was here for the Lisa Marie thing, too. Her name is Melissa Petagano. I love her to death. She's so pretty, and she's so sweet, and she's so talented. Here she is, Melissa Petagano. She's here with us, too.
You look at me, and I can see your love for me will always be. You hold me close, won't let me go. You guide the way, I won't let go. No matter what I feel, I know
That was Melissa Pedagano. Sounds Italian to me. My friend from down in San Antonio, Texas is here, Maria Williamson, and here she is.
This bitter earth, well, what fruit it bears. What good is love? Ooh, that no one shares. And if my life is like the dust, ooh, that hides the glow of rose, what good am I? Heaven only knows. Love, this bitter earth, yes, can be so cold. Today you're young, too soon you're old. But what a voice within me cries, I'm sure someone will answer my call. And this bitter earth, ooh, may not, oh, be so bitter after all.
That was Maria Williamson from San Antonio, Texas. That's here with us now. Diane LaPointe is here with us now, too. And here she is.
Hi everyone, this is a call for the Love in Your Eyes. This is George Jones. I seen the Rockies bloom in the springtime, reflections of scarlet and gold. And I've seen the moonlight dance on the ocean like silver ballet that unfolds. And I've seen the bright lights of old New York City. There's nothing in the world that shines like the love in your eyes, like the love in your eyes. There ain't no diamond that has ever sparkled, there ain't no star that shines like the love in your eyes, like the love in your eyes. I've had some good friends, turned out to be strangers. Funny how quickly they turn. And I had some lovers that helped me discover how easily it is to be burned. In a world of glitter and cosmetic people, the one thing that reels in my mind is the love in your eyes, is the love in your eyes. There ain't no diamond that has ever sparkled, there ain't no star that shines like the love in your eyes, like the love in your eyes. Sometimes I wander and lose my direction. Sometimes I go over the line, and I feel that I'm drifting on a sea of confusion, There's been a beacon that's always shining.
When I feel I'm drifting on a sea of confusion, there's a beacon that always shines.
Like the love in your eyes. Like the love in your eyes. There ain't no diamond that has sparkled. There ain't no stars that shine like the love in your eyes. 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 Thanks for listening.
Thomas Devine is here with us. He's a Nashville studio owner, a writer, a publisher, and a pretty nice guy, and a friend of mine. And here is a song he wrote that's being performed by a real military man, a staff sergeant.
Ooh, yeah. Bowed his head in prayer as the wheels touched the ground. 18 hours in the air, no one made a sound. Opened his eyes, saw a note on the floor from another soldier who flew this flight before. Said, I cry for the soldier who didn't make it home, for the wife left behind, for the child never known. I cry for the mother who lost a daughter or a son, for the father who knew this day could come. I cry, yeah, I cry. Plane slowly stops, door opens wide. They carry off a wooden box inside a soldier line. You could see the pain through the tear from his eye. For every soldier he lays to rest, those words go through his mind. I cry for the soldier who didn't make it home, for the wife left behind, for the child never known. I cry for the mother who lost a daughter or a son, for the father who knew this day could come. I cry. Yeah, I cry. He folds another flag to the trumpet sound, hands to the chaplain who knows he had found. He read, I cry for the soldier who didn't make it home, for the wife left behind, for the child never known. I cry for the mother who lost a daughter or a son, and for the father who knew this day could come. I cry.
I cry.
Yeah, that was written by Tommy Devine. He's here with us. Wolf Milestone's here with us too. And here he is.
And I said, I love you, darling. You said you love me too. It was just a game you were playing. I hadn't figured you'd be someone to come along and only play the part. So why did you lead me on and only break my heart? So pass around the bottle and have another round to celebrate the happiness that you and your new love found. I knew someday you'd leave me. I knew it from the start. So pass around the bottle before you break my heart. Here's that guitar. Steel guitar. And now you've gone and left me. You're with somebody new, and all that's left is bottles and those memories of you. I hope I never meet another girl like you. I need someone to love me, girl, but not someone like you. So pass around the bottle and have another round to celebrate the happiness that you and your new love found. I knew someday you'd leave me. I knew it from the start. So pass around the bottle before you break my heart. So pass around the bottle before you break my heart. Let's have another round.
That was my friend from Canada, Wolf Milestone. In honor of the passing of Lisa Marie, rest in peace, Lisa Marie, I'm going to perform something for you. I wrote this about her daddy that I had the pleasure of knowing since I was 16 years old. And I'm going to play it for you.
He was born in Mississippi, then moved to Memphis. He changed rock and roll. We all knew him, even if we didn't. His music was everywhere we'd go. He delivered a song in a way never done before. We would go to his shows and leave, always on the road. We loved him because he was one of us. Just a poor kid from down home. He gave us hope that we could rise above those things that made us feel alone. He was a good person, even before he sang a song. He was for real. He never lost touch with who he was. He wasn't in it just for the deal. He stayed with us for 42 years and gave us all one man could. He lived a life that was full of good and bad, just like we all should. Elvis, we'll miss you, and we'll think of you every time a black Cadillac goes by. You've gone to a much better place now, and you left a tear in my eye.
Rest in peace, Lisa Marie Presley. She's gone now to be with her dad that she lost and to her son that she lost. Alvin Kessinger, I'm fixing to play him now. This is going to be the closing song for this particular show. I'm closing a little early this evening because I'm a little tired. I hope you don't mind. At 82, I can't go as long as I used to.
Hello, everyone. This is Jerry Mack, and I'm going to record a song now that was written by my good friend, Al Kessinger, from over in Indianapolis, Indiana. Al is blind, but he sure can see in his mind. He can see all those great lyrics that you're getting ready to hear, some of them now, being performed by yours truly, Jerry Mack. God bless those at Ground Zero. God bless American heroes. We'll always remember a day in September. America cried. A day in September, out of the sky, evil men came and 3,000 died, and we all saw it before our eyes. One day in September, America cried. Across the Potomac, Old Glory still stands, in that great city that leads our land. In the smoke and the fire, patriots died. One day in September, America cried. God bless those at Ground Zero. God bless American heroes. We'll always remember a day in September, America cried. he left her a message. We'll be all right. Terrorists had taken over their flight. They would fight back, but lose control. The last words she heard was, let's roll. We'll say farewell to the loved ones we lost. We will repay to hell with a cause. They won't be forgotten, nor will Bin Laden. He'll pay for the sadness he's wrought. God bless those at Ground Zero. God bless American heroes. We'll always remember a day in September. America cried. We'll always remember a day in September. America cried. America cried.